Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss on landslides. So, what is landslide? What is landslide, right? So, if you observe the peak very clearly, you will understand that this part of the mountain has fallen off, right? So by looking this, you can deduce your own definition for the landslide. What can be the definition? See, any part of the land consists of what? It consists of soil, rocks or debris, right? So what happened here? The soil or rock or debris flown along the down the movement along the slope or down the slope is known as landslide, right? You can deduce your definition by looking at the peak. Okay, now you know about the landslide. What is that? Just the flow of rocks or debris or soil along the slope, down the slope is known as landslide. Now the question is, this part is intact, this part is intact. Why it has affected only this middle part? Because here the shear strength of these rocks, soil or debris or this part of land is very high. Here the shear strength is also right. Here also it should be very high, right? But why it has got disturbed? It got disturbed because of various reasons. What? Shear strength of this part got disturbed because of various reasons. What can or causes? What can be this? To understand this very clearly, I really want to illustrate one example. Imagine one day you went to beach, right? Imagine one day you went to beach. This is sea and you are playing here in the beach. Generally what we try to do in beach, we collect the beach sand and we try to construct a pyramid like shape, right? That day you went home, you went to beach and constructed a pyramid, and after that you went back to your home, and after 2 days again you came back to the same place to see the condition of your pyramid. Then here you found that you came to know that these part of the pyramid are fallen off. Then you started thinking, what can be the reason? What can be the reason for the fallen off? There can be various reasons, right? What can be a reason? One second. There can be various reasons. What those reasons? One, rainfall can be a reason, right? What rainfall will does on your pyramid? It will directly fall, the water droplets will fall. This will impact the shear strength of the rocks or soil of this beach sand, and it will lead to collapse. That's why it would have been collapsed. Second one is what? Because you have constructed above the beach area, many animals would be living here. Okay, they like snail. Take example snail. If snail want to go out, it would have come like this from inside and going and went out like this. So in this, through this movement, what it have done? It would have disturbed the shear strength of the rocks or soil. So like that, animals can be the reason. Next one, vibrations. If you have constructed this pyramid very near to the sea line, so the vibration created by the falling waves would have shaken the your pyramid. That can be also the reason. So vibration. Another thing is, you are coming after 2 days, right? Means you have constructed this in morning and you went back. So morning, afternoon, evening, it will be so hot and very warm, humid. It would have become dry. And night, it would have become wet. Again morning, it have become dry. Again night, it would have become wet. So the dry, wet led to the cracks. Led to cracks, right? And led to weathering also. So this would have been the reason for the fall of, right. So these are the natural reasons that you cannot control. Okay. So apart from this, there are other reasons also. What if one human passing p- passing near to it and found that beautiful stones are present here? He would have tried to pluck it out. If he try to pluck it out, what happens here? Then it will deform the structure, so it will collapse. So this can be the reason. The another one is some human would have thought to clean your pyramid. He would have kept his hand to clean your pyramid. So this also would have changed the shear strength of the soil. So another human would have tried to make some art on your pyramid without considering the sheer strength of these rocks or sand. So that would have also impacted your pyramid. That would have also caused your pyramid to fall off. So these are the man-made causes, right? So but now question arises, why sir is explaining all these things? Why he is talking about the pyramid? Why he is talking about some pyramid made by the beach sand? Very simple, because the same causes applied for the mountains also. That leads to landslide, because the landslide happens in mountain because of the disturbance in the shear strength of this part. What is this part? This is nothing but rock, soil and debris. So how it got disturbed? What can be the reasons? First reason, sorry, what can be the reason? The first reason will be same rainfall, same effect. Rain will impact the ground and make the soil saturated. Then that leads to, then gravitational force will play a crucial role to pull this saturated soil down the slopes. And next one, we are talk about the vibration. How vibration is created in the mountains? How come? Can you think of? Because here to sea waves are creating vibration. In mountain areas, what vibration will come? Vibration will be caused by the earthquake, right? Earthquakes. This can be another reason. Third one, here we said that animals can move, animals moving from beach beneath the beach sand to come out. So that may that may deform the structure of the pyramid. Likewise, volcanoes, mountains are there, volcanoes are, if volcano eruption happen, that will deform the structure, that will lead to the landslide. So volcanoes can be the reason also. The fourth one, temperature difference. Same temperature difference, dry wet leads to what? Weathering. What type of weathering? This is known as exfoliation weathering. This makes vulnerable to erosion. So if high amount of rainfall occurs, obviously again landslide vulnerability will increase. The same reasons, right? For the natural causes are same. What about the man-made? Man-made is also same. Yes, true, it is also same. Here we are plucking off a beautiful stone. Human is trying to pull out the beautiful stone. Here what we are doing in mountain areas? In mountain areas we are trying to do quarry, mining, trying to take out stones and minerals. So obviously it will deform the mountain. it will lead to collapse of the mountain. And cleaning, here we are cleaning, here also we are cleaning. How we are cleaning here? In negative sense, that is deforestation. These also leading to causing landslides. How? Because if this is a mountain, if trees are not there, if plain area is there, what happens? Directly rain will fall on the ground and it will impact, it will disturb the structure of the soil, rock, whatever, and it will disturb the shear strength, and it will come, it will be, this shear strength will be succumb to the gravitational force. Then third one will be here, human trying to do some art on the mountains, on the pyramid that you have constructed. Here human trying to do construction activities like dam construction, road construction. So this all leads to the landslide. How it will lead to the landslide? Increase in sedimentation, change in shear strength. Okay, all these things makes this region vulnerable to the landslide. So these are the basic and general causes of the landslide. Okay, now the question comes that is India vulnerable to the landslide? Can you tell what is this? This is Jammu Kashmir. This is Uttarakhand, Sikkim आ गया, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, मोटा बाई का घर आ गया. नेक्स्ट okay, this is India. What is here? Here Western Ghats are there. Here I will explain about this. And here this is thing, and this one, and sorry, this is Western Ghats, and this one, and this thing, and this one. See, these all parts which I have drawn is vulnerable to the sorry, it's vulnerable to the landslides. This part is high and very highly vulnerable to the landslide, and this part is highly vulnerable to the landslide, and this part low to medium level vulnerable to the landslide. So under high and very high, which parts will come? Under high and very high, if you observe, Western Ghats will come, right? Western Ghats will come, and here Himalaya regions will come, because it is Himalaya region. This is Himalaya region will come. Now we know that India is vulnerable to the landslide. Now the question arises that, so there are different, at different locations the landslides are happening, or the causes are same? Okay, no, definitely causes cannot be same, right? Because each location is different, so obviously causes will be different. So for example, take that Himalaya region, right? This is Himalaya region, here Western Ghats. Okay, definitely the causes must be different, because Western Ghats are stable landform, Himalaya is unstable landform. Why it is unstable landform we are calling? Because Indo-Australia plate is forging and into the Eurasian plate, and that leads to the formation of Himalaya region. And Himalaya and this is oldest and this is youngest. Okay, so now the question is, we know, by knowing this concept, we know that Himalaya regions are prone to earthquake, so it will cause vibrations here. That leads to the definitely landslide. The second one is what? Himalayas, we know that it has formed because of the collision of these two plates. Then this leads to what? Sedimentary rocks. So sedimentary rocks is famous for what? It can be easily eroded, weathered and eroded. So when some mountain is easily can be easily eroded and weathered, then it is very prone to the landslides. If one rainfall comes, then definitely landslides will occur because of accumulation of lot of sedimentaries. And third one, what can be the third reason? Because volcanoes are not present. What can be the third reason? Though volcanoes are not present, if you think of Himalayas, what you can think of? You can think of snow and ice formation, right? When this will form? In winter, right? In winter it will form. Okay, fine. What about summer? When summer comes, what happens? This all ice and this thing will melt and percolate into the soil. That leads to soil saturation, then that leads to landslide, obviously. Now Himalayas, we know where the tallest tallest mountains are there. In Himalaya region, means what does it mean? The tallest mountains have steep slopes, right? So steep slopes is also reason for the landslide, because when the slope is very gradual in nature like this, definitely landslides will not happen that frequently, but this is very steep, so it will happen very frequently here. And as usual we can say that temperature difference, because here also it will be very cold, and morning and afternoon times it will become warm or hot, again very cold, warm and hot. This leads to what? Weathering and erosion. Then this leads to again increase in vulnerability for landslides. So these are the 5 natural causes that you can write in Himalaya region. When it comes to the Western Ghats, how you can say that Western Ghats are vulnerable to the landslide? Because we know that Western Ghats resides on peninsular plateau, which is very stable. But how come? How come means we all know that monsoonal rains, orographic rainfall. What is orographic rainfall? These are mountains. Okay, the moisture laden winds are forcefully lifted by the mountains, and it will here the clouds will form that will give high amount of rainfall. That's why this here, what is a rainfall here? More than 200 centimeters per year, right? So huge amount of rainfall occurs in this region, so it is more vulnerable to the to the landslides, right? This is first point. The second point, what you think of, which is very much in news? Can you think? Can you think it? Please. What is here? Arabian Sea. What is happening around Arabian Sea now? Cyclonic activities are increasing in Arabian Sea because of a climate change, whatever the reason. So when cyclonic activity happening recently, Kerala landslides. Okay. Obviously rainfall increases, unprecedented rainfalls. That leads to again landslides. Right, this can be the reason. Another one is cloud burst. Mostly we are talking here in the natural way. The landslides happens in this region because of the rains. Okay, because rains have different type of rain, monsoonal rain, cyclonic rains, cloud burst, something like that you can write. These are the natural reasons. When it comes to the only natural reasons are there, or the reasons? No, definitely no, because we all know that what we all know, this is Anthropocene era, because everywhere human try to interfere with the nature, right? So definitely human is also reason. So what can be the reasons in Anthropocene reasons and in Himalaya region and Western Ghats? How you can differentiate? You can differentiate very easily. Illegal mining, which is very much in news. If you are daily reading in newspaper, definitely you will find that Himachal Pradesh का बारे में 100% news आया है, illegal mining. Okay, you can quote that because of the landslides are increasing, you can say. Another news, why, what is another news? The same news, you are trying to decorate, right? You are trying to decorate your pyramid. Likewise, government is also trying to decorate our mountain areas with how char them. Even recently, Supreme Court has given the green signal for this project, right? Definitely, such type of constructions will definitely weaken the sheer strength of rocks or debris or soil, whatever, that will increase the vulnerability to the landslides. As simple as that. When it comes to the dam construction is happening. Okay, this also increase the sediment, then sediments, then that leads to the landslides, right? Now we know that this northeastern part, in northeastern part, which is more famous, which type of agriculture, that is shift agriculture, zoom agriculture, cultivation. Okay, zoom cultivation you can say. So what's exactly happening in zoom cultivation? We are clearing the land. Clearing the land means we are doing deforestation. Okay, we are doing deforestation, that leads to, that directly expose our land to the rainfall, that increases the vulnerability for landslide. So these are the 4 causes that you can write in examination, or if UPSC asks. This is human made, man made causes, anthropogenic causes you can say. When it comes to the Western Ghats, what are the Western Ghats? Same here also, mining is a cause, or quarrying, you can write quarrying is a cause. Okay, what example you can give? You can, near Pampa river, stone quarrying is taking place. That's why the Pampa river, in Pampa river you can even find the stone powder, white stone powder. It's a huge issue. So this is one point. Another thing is what? Dams. Dams is not only causing the landslides in Western Ghats in Kerala, it is also becoming a reason for earthquakes in Kerala. Here we are doing deforestation for what? Here we are doing deforestation for zoom cultivation. Here for plantation, tea plantation, coffee plantation we are doing. So it's increasing the sedimentaries and exposing our ground to mountain, to direct mountain surface to rainfall and leading to landslides. The next one is what? Road constructions. So these are the anthropogenic causes also. So now the question is, does UPSC ask on this? Landslides के बारे में पूछेगा? Yes, it will ask. In July, it was very much in news because of monsoon rainfalls, right? Monsoon rainfalls, what happened? It led to the landslides in nearby areas of Mumbai and in Himachal Pradesh, right? So I have asked in July one question. What is that? Recently, Maharashtra and Himachal Pradesh experienced landslides. Full stop. Discuss the causes for the landslides and measures to be taken. This is the exact question that I have asked, right? Now what UPSC has asked in 2021 GS1, it has asked that differentiate the causes of landslides in the Himalaya region and Western Ghats. Western Ghats में क्या है? महाराष्ट्र passes through Western Ghats. Himachal Pradesh, it passes Himalaya passes through Himachal Pradesh. So if you know these two reasons, if you have answered this question, definitely you can easily answer this question in examination. Same question UPSC has asked. Secondly, in GS3 also UPSC has asked causes of landslides and measures to be taken. The same thing I have asked. So UPSC will ask this type of questions now and then. You should be ready with these topics. So that's it. Today we have discussed about landslides. I'm not going into consequences. Okay, consequences everybody can write. Okay, destruction of property, discussion of loss of human life, loss of economy. Okay, and many other things you can write. Okay, so it's not a big thing. If you are, if UPSC are, because nobody will exactly remember the facts, how much economic, how much economic loss has happened, how many people has died. All these things are generic points that we can write. So we should not be discussing on this and wasting time on it. Okay, so thank you.